All right, we're going to watch Mia's butterfly, and we can already tell you that we know it's going to be incredible. One of the things while we're watching this, Mia, is we want you to also make sure you look at the notes that Lynette and I have sent along with the email, because sometimes it will have stuff in there that we want you to really think about, really focus on. You know, as we told one of the other swimmers too, if we could have a pool full of kids swimming butterfly like you and her, we would have such a great group of butterflyers. Your hands recover across that water so wonderfully. You have such a good, strong kick. You do a great job of getting your head down so fast. You know, Lynette's always so happy watching you swim fly, and you do such a good job. On the turn, we kind of pull up a little high there. You kind of see that your hips were actually almost out of that water. You've got to make sure you keep that head down, but good streamline. 2, 3, 4. Good. Oh, be careful of the flutter kick. 5. So we got about 6 dolphin kicks underwater and no breath at the very beginning. Yay, you. That's awesome. Good. Well, let's start this over a little bit, and we'll kind of go a little bit more in depth with our butterfly, right? All right, so as we get into our very first thing that we want to see, we see how early you're breathing, right? You can see your head's coming above the water, and you do such a good job of just getting those shoulders and that chin right on the surface of that pool. Perfect. We want to see that all the time. I mean, great job, Mia. As your hands start to come out of the water, the one thing we want you to try to work on is right here. You kind of see that your wrists are kind of trailing behind those arms. You have good arms right here and here, but your wrists are trailing behind. And what we really want to think about is having your hands stay in line with your forearms. Your really hands are more of an extension of your forearms. So they come out and then they stay together and reach all the way together. So don't let those forearms, or don't let those hands trail behind. As they start to come around, you can see your head gets in the water really, really good. You got your thumbs down a little bit. You got your pinkies up a little bit, so you're a little bit on an angle. And you're entering right at shoulder width apart. You got a nice little splash, not too much, because you're doing a perfect job of entering that water. You had a great 2B kick. That very first kick is one of the most powerful kicks we've seen, Mia. That looks so good. Right here. That kick there, so strong. Boom. Love it. All right, so as we get into our turn here, great job of not breathing the last stroke into the wall, right? We talk all the time about not breathing last in, first off, right? Last in being the last stroke in your turn, first off being the first stroke off that wall. So that's fantastic. We like that a lot. Now, as you come into the wall, you're going to see right here, you start to come up. And so here's your hip. And your hip is actually above the surface. You can see your entire back of your suit all above the surface, and you're looking this direction here. What you want to do is keep your shoulders right at water depth and your eyes right here on this hand. You want to watch that hand as it comes off the wall. We talk all the time. I know Lynette says it all the time. Elbow your brother, call your mother, keep that hand low in that water. You don't want to come quite so high up, because then your feet are too high up. Good job of a streamline, and you kind of see that your hips are a little bit above that water, which is why there's so much surface there. Make sure you're a little bit lower. And you start to streamline good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dolphin kicks, no breath. So here's your first stroke. Here are the flags. You are well past the flags. You're almost a full body length past those flags, Mia. That's great. Once you're able to get into your first stroke, you 2 strokes even, 2 strokes out of breath. Man, Mia, you're awesome.